Hello everyone. Hello. How's it going? Happy whatever day it is, Wednesday. I don't think anybody knows what day it is right now during this quarantine thing. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Welcome everyone. You are with Kelly here at Girl Upcycled Studio. Welcome to the studio. We are physically located in a little town called Zanesville, and we are just about an hour east of Columbus in Ohio. So love it when I get to meet you guys. I got to meet a couple of people from Columbus area in the last couple of weeks. So that's been kind of fun to see your faces and kind of match the faces up with the names. So if you are brand new here on my YouTube channel, make sure you introduce yourself as well as over on Facebook as well, so I can kind of get to know all of you. Hi, Karen, over in West Virginia. How are you? I recognize your name. I know I've sent you paint before. So I thought I would come live and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with events and things going on with Girl Upcycled this week and today in particular and this Friday in particular. And I'm also going to be painting a little bit while I'm chatting, so you can kind of hang out and watch. And as always, I love to share tips and tricks. If you have questions with anything that I'm painting, just go ahead and ask. Hello, Robert, Gloria in San Antonio, Texas. Howdy. Good to see you. So this is a class that I taught in my Creators Club. So, which by the way, opened today. Today's the first day of, I'm just doing a soft opening. So what that means is I have not highly advertised it. So I'm just talking about it when I'm live. And I'm letting all of you know that have been inboxing me about getting in. It's open. I went ahead and just opened it because I've been getting a lot of requests. Because of quarantine, so many of you are home and you have a lot of time on your hands and you just expressed some interest in coming in. So I thought I would go ahead and open it up for those of you. It's just a weird situation what we're going in. We're having right now, and if there's anything I can do to help, which I thought this would help by keeping you all busy, keeping you creating, keeping your eyes off of all this things we're hearing all around us. So I thought if that's what I can do, then that's what I'll do. So this is a class that I taught, and I'm just going to be finishing up, or I don't know, working on some layers here. Morning, Diane. You must be in, where are you? Where would you be? Are you in Australia? Where would you be, Diane? So, and a couple of announcements too. While I'm on here, of course, the Creators Club is open. I will go ahead and drop the link so that you can find it really easily. I don't know if any of my VAs pop on, I'll have them drop the link, or if one of my members are on here. I don't know if any of my members are on. Hi, Patricia. Thank you so much. You always pop in. And there is Jade. Jade just joined the Creators Club today. I saw your name pop through. So I'm so happy to have you in the Creators Club, Jade. So in the Creators Club, I thought I would answer a few questions that have been coming in about what we do in there. This picture, for instance, was a recommendation by some of the painters in there in the club. I just go by what the members want, and the members have been wanting farm animals and different things like that. So we have done a Highland cow. We have done goats, llamas, chickens. What else? I don't know. Probably something else. So these are just a few things that you can go in, and these classes are in there available to you when you arrive. So some of the questions I've been getting, people are asking if they have to sign like a long-term contract or something like that. No, you do not. You do not. There's no obligations. if you get in there and it's not what you thought, you're welcome to leave. We hope that you get in there and that you connect with people and that you learn and you create and that your mind is just blown wide open, creatively speaking, and that you connect with these other so talented, creative people that are in the group, and hopefully you want to stay. But there's no obligation at all for you to stay once you're in there. There are many, many classes. So when you come in, you can go ahead and start. I mean, they're all recorded. So that's a question I get. Another question I get is, hi, Para. Another question I get is, do I have to be there during the live? No, you do not. I have been doing classes Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. If you cannot make the live class, then you can just do it on the replay when you get time. And then in order to get my attention, or if you're needing help, you can just tag my name inside the group, or you can just inbox me, direct inbox. So that is why you are in a group like that, so you do have access to me to help you, okay? So, trying to think of some other questions that have been coming in. Not everything is a step-by-step class when you come in, because I really want to kind of train you to kind of go off and explore and find your own kind of style. And the way that you find your own style is by mimicking other artists. So that's why I have classes in there that you can follow along and until you learn. And then once you get comfortable, you're going to find different things that maybe that you like to do. So maybe you like when we do like drippy kind of paintings, or maybe you like more whimsical paintings, or maybe you like more abstract, or you will find your groove. So that's why I'm in there, as I can kind of help and guide you and give you a little bit of direction along the way. Another question I have been getting is it a business group, and is it a business only group? No, it is not. It is not. And I've done this because there are so many business groups already out there. I mean, I'm in several business coaching groups. I have, 3 different coaches right now, 2 main ones that I really follow pretty tightly. So no, I'm not just, I'm not a business group. However, if you have questions, I do live Q&As in there that I do allow people to ask things about business, or because what I'm finding out is some of the people that are in there, they're starting to sell their pieces. And so I am always happy to share anything that has worked for me, or maybe things that have not worked for me, and share it with them on, what they can do with their art to move it or to reproduce it, or whatever questions they have. I know the last class that we had on Tuesday, we talked about making products with our art. So, and I just talked to him a little bit about some of the companies that I use and some of the different things that worked for me. And then it's always nice because the members can chime in and kind of can say, well, this company worked for me, that company did not work for me. Let me give you a little close-up right now about what I'm doing. I'm using my knife right over top of the underpainting that I've done. So if you notice, it's pretty flat looking, right? So this is all, the underpainting is done with DIY paint. It's pretty flat, it's pretty matte. So what I like to do is then come in over top of it and add just some details. And I'm using a knife and some different paints just to give it some variation. So yes, Jade, I'm excited to have you in. Hi, Farah and Suzanne. And Diane, she says she's in Australia. That's what I was thinking. So, all right. I'm trying to think, are there any other questions that you may have? Tons and tons of classes. When you go in, you will be able to start immediately on your classes. The products I use are pretty easily accessible. And that was another question that I had. People were asking if they had to use the paints that I use. No, you do not. I always tell people to use what works for you. I let you know what I'm using, but I can also give you recommendations and just direction on colors and that sort of thing so that you can find whatever brand that you are into. So I am a DIY retailer, so I do have that on hand and I use it a lot. So if you have something that is in your cupboard or easily like in your house or you can get to easily, absolutely you can use, you know, whatever brand you want. We use a lot of acrylics. We use, what else? Acrylics, the DIY paint. I use, sometimes I'll use like oil pastels, water pastels, water soluble. Sometimes you have to be careful with the water ones. So those are some of the items that you'll see pretty frequently used. Any other questions? Really bright colors. They are bright. But see, that's going to really make it pop. I'm going to get quiet for a second because I'm painting, which I kind of do. I kind of get quiet when I start painting. So let me just talk about some other announcements that I have going on. First of all, if you are local to the area or if you can drive here, you're within driving distance, this is our first Friday. Notice I switched my hand and I'm using my opposite hand, which is I'm using my left hand. I'm actually right-handed. That actually causes you to be a little less precise and it causes you to loosen up a little bit. So, but anyway, First Friday is coming up and it starts about 5 o'clock and it ends at about 8 o'clock. If there's a lot of people out and about, we've been known to stay open later. So we're really excited. This will be the first Friday, the first Friday gallery hop that is open since quarantine. So we're pretty happy about that. So if you need something to do, highly recommend coming out and checking it out. These knives are great for feathers. Y'all know I love feathers. Those of you that have been following me for a while. Y'all know I love me some feathers, don't you? So all of the galleries are going to be open. I'm not sure what everybody else has going on. I know my neighbors downstairs in the basement, there's a brand new gallery open up called Carbon, and they will be open for their first time ever, just to let you walk through and see what they've done with the place. You can talk to the owners about what they see for the future. So I'm excited about the new neighbors that are here and what they're going to be doing and what they bring to the community. So we really want to give them a warm welcome, those of you that are able to. What else? I have some new things on. You guys have some exciting things actually on the website. If you've not checked, I have, first of all, my floating moons. I have them loaded onto the website now, so you can get them directly from the website. You don't have to contact me to get them. You can just go straight there. We offer 3 colors. We offer a cobalt and the red, which you guys see me wear these a lot. And then we also have a weathered turquoise that I believe I'm already sold out of, but I have more coming. Probably tomorrow they'll be coming, I hope. So those are all on the website. I'll give you a little close up so you can see how vibrant this is. Speaking of the cobalt, isn't that pretty? And another thing that I just loaded up, I have teamed up with Naughty Boho Designs, who is a macrame artist, and we have teamed up and created something kind of together, put our heads together, and I have a beautiful, beautiful statement piece, wall art. It's a pretty big piece. So if you're in need of something unique, if you love boho, but yet you still love farmhouse, this piece is going to be for you. And I think I can see you in the background. Can you see that? Oh, see if it's not a great, can you see it? It's on a oxen yoke, I believe. It's really, really super cool. And we're really, really excited about the projects that we're going to be doing together. So we have some other kind of cool things coming up that she's going to be doing, but you can find that on my website. And there's only one of. Very pretty, thank you. There's only one of a kind with those. So if you love it, you better grab it. Even we have more things coming, but like once I find a piece for her to do her designs, it's kind of like then it's gone. Okay, so I need to come up with some more colors. I am going bright because I like bright. Trying to think of what else. Still waiting on the DIY paint to get here, guys. I apologize. I'll try to look and see if I can find out where my stuff is. I hope for it to be here this week, but I'm not making promises to anyone. Now I do have my IOD orders that I know are on the way because I got a confirmation from the company that it's shipped out. So that will be coming. So I'm using some different acrylic, some really bright. I don't know if that's how that's showing. And I do not have texture medium in this. Now I could, if I wanted to thicken this up, I could add a little bit of texture medium. And this is another item that we use quite often in the Creators Club. It's by Liquitex, and it's just a gel medium, flexible molding paste. If you watched me yesterday, you watched me talk about this a little bit. Going to be a colorful guy, isn't he? And then the background, I will be doing something to that because as of right now, the composition's a little off, so I will adjust that. It's a good thing about art. You can always, it's a work in progress, right? Thank you, Jade. So let me think about what is coming up. We have, let's see, different things that the Creators Club members have asked for are some watercolor classes. So I'm hoping to plan something like that at some point. Abstract florals, they love, so we'll be adding quite a bit of that. They love anything florals in there. So if you love florals, you will love the group. So I sneak a lot of florals in. I'll show you a little close up. Lots of layers. This little guy was funny. I had about 4 different pictures that I was using as references just because I don't know chickens that well. But this little guy had a little place on his cheek, and I thought it was an eye at first, but it wasn't. It wasn't his eye. I don't know what that thing was called, but apparently they have them. So they like laugh at me in there because I'm like, I can paint it, but I don't know what I'm painting. It's just like we did a Highland cow. You guys want to see it? Because it's so cute. It's actually, there's a class in there that you guys can do. I learned so much about Highland cows when I painted it from just everybody that was doing it with me, and they had me looking up all kinds of stuff, and they're so cute. But they're from Scotland, and they're fluffy. Do y'all know what they are? The Highland cows? I'll go grab it. Goodness. I just noticed I don't even have a sealer on this yet. I didn't even realize it. Isn't it cute? So this is a class that we did. This was one of our farm style classes. I do need to get some kind of sealer on that though. But that was a lot of fun. And so I've done a couple of these. I did one as a custom order, a great big one. And then when they saw me do that one, then they started asking for farmland, farm animals. My box of tricks here. This is turquoise green that I'm going to use now. But I loved all of the colors that the chickens, roosters, whatever they are, that they had. I guess I didn't realize they were that colorful. So it's been kind of fun. Oh my goodness, it might not come out. That's nice and thick too. This is just kind of this is Master's Touch. It's a very inexpensive paint. I think it's only like $4 for that. So I try to, use things in my classes that aren't going to break the bank. Okay. Just to get you guys creating. I like this though, it's really full bodied. You'll notice when you start painting, you'll start to find different brands that you like and don't like for whatever reason. But I kind of like them all. It's kind of a, some people shop a lot for clothing. I like to shop a lot for paint and paint supplies. Love it. But you'll kind of find kind of what your jam is, so to speak, once you start branching out and using different things. You'll kind of start to figure it out. But I feel like there's a time and a place for different items and different mediums, right? So that's why I think it's really hard to only stick with one brand or only have one this or that, because there's just so many products out there and they all do something different. So kind of don't want to get myself in a place where I'm not branching out. Super hot today, and it's going to be really hot, I think, really the rest of the week. Tomorrow as well, it's going to be even warmer. But we have a really high humidity here, so I've kind of had the doors all closed. My overhead doors, I like to have them open, but it's too warm. I think I'm going to switch my hand and see if I can get some different movement with my opposite hand. We have several new ones in the group already, though. I'm really excited to meet all of you that are brand new in the group. And like I said, I will make sure that I drop the link when I get off of here, so you guys can find the group and get in there. I'm only going to have it open for a little bit this week, and then it'll be closed back down again. I hope I'm not missing any questions. I really like the detail that's putting in. Almost kind of a sculpting it, you know. So Friday, a lot of times we have special things going on for the gallery hop, and we're just basically going to do an open house. We're not going to do, we usually have food and snacks and things like that, and due to the situation going on with the quarantine, we're not going to do that this time. We may have wine or something, but we won't have anything where you're sticking your hands in and sharing food or nothing like that. So I'm not sure what everybody else is doing. There is usually live music going on around town that night, so I'll have to double check and find out who has music going, and then I'll let you guys know tomorrow if I come live. There's going to be live music. It's usually a really, really fun night to go out in our town. So hopefully we can get some kind of normalcy back. Would be nice if that's possible. Thought I was going to work on the flowers a little bit. Okay. Here's another texture medium that I use. It's Gloss Super Heavy Gel. So this one's going to be shinier than the other one that I used. I'm mixing a little bit of, it's called Process Magenta. I'm mixing that up with a little bit of gesso. And then I think I'm going to I'll add a little bit of red into that as well. Let's see. Thought I missed something. Yeah, well, I'll use this red, I guess. Okay. This is just permanent red. Cheapy Master's Touch. I think I want to add a little bit of gesso. I just like the texture of the gesso. You can use gesso as your white. It's also used to prep your canvas boards. Be a little bit too bright. I don't know how bright I want the flowers. I may pull back on that. I don't know. Hi. Hello, Christine. How are you today? Good to see you. Love the rooster. Christine, this is, did you do this one? This is in the class, in the Creators Club. So what I'm going to be doing this week, you guys, I'm going to be coming live trying to finish up on different projects that I have going on. Artists are kind of notorious for doing that, by the way. They start mini projects, you know, because there's drying going on. That's my excuse anyway. It's drying. Layers. I don't think I want to do too much like detail on this. So I really want this guy to be the focal point, but I do want the flowers to pop a little bit. Oh, you guys, I did get one of my bags in today. I talked about getting the Myra bags. I got one in. I don't have it uploaded onto the website yet, but before I get off of here, if y'all want to see it, I can grab it for you. So cute. I need to lay in some of that greenery too. Just kind of scribbling this in here real quick. Boy, I'm using all of these colors. The pinks and the reds are kind of mixing. Just to kind of give it a little pop. Just bought a lot of canvas from Michaels. You are equipped then, aren't you, Chickie? You didn't do it yet. You're slacking. You're not slacking. I mean, we can only do what we can do, right? It's like me trying to get some of these done, and it's just hard. There's life going on, girl, right? We got life happening here. I think everybody can relate to that, right? Have y'all watched any great shows, like anything good on right now, or good books, anything? I think I got a little too much here, but that's all right. I'm always looking for some new stuff to read or listen. I like to listen to audio. If anybody has a good book they'd like to recommend. Okay. So there's that. Boy, that really got dark on me, didn't it? Let's see. Love all the colors in this. Just finishing up a FDR book. Also downloaded Zookeeper's Wife. What's that? What is a Zookeeper's Wife? That's not like, it's not some kind of Tiger King thing, is it? I'm just teasing you. You knew I was going to go there, right? You all know that. It's about a couple that helped hide Jews during the Holocaust in their zoo. Oh my gosh, and that's a true story? My goodness. Kind of sounds sad too, though. I don't know if I can handle anything sad right now. Might have to wait till the nonsense on TV quits, straightens up before I take on something that deep. I feel like I'm out of balance. Does that make sense? It's like if things are just like too serious all the time, I feel like I'm out of balance or something. Not normal. Ooh, yeah, I like that blue. It's nice. I think I'll have some more of that. Yep, just started it. I'm a history buff, teaching history. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that about you. See, learning stuff all the time. Is your town open, everybody, where you're at? Keeps the mood up, yep. I know. Are y'all still on pretty high lockdown, or? Just curious what everybody else is dealing with. Ours hasn't been too bad. We actually, my sister and I got to go to the Round Barn, which is like a vintage, you know, they have like the vintage decor, art, all kinds of gypsy-ish kind of stuff going on. But that was fun. We got to do that for a few hours on, what day was that? Saturday? We had a blast. And then we went to a winery that was just right on the way home and had lunch. And there was live music out, like just acoustic, a guy playing. Everybody was distanced, and some people were out like close to the vines in the winery and hanging out. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was just good to be out. Let me give you a close-up. Oh, that's right. You're in Florida. Enough said. Exactly, right? So let me give you a little close-up. Hey, Marcia. Hello, hello. Good to see you. So it's already, you can tell just from when I started, I had a lot of it already done, but just there we go. There's a good picture of some of the texture that I'm creating and some of those layers I'm putting in. I know it's hard to, I can't really zoom in very well on the laptop. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Let's do, I feel like I need something done with the greenery. Let's try this. I haven't tried this in, I don't know, dark green. Ooh, that does not look good. I might not be using this. Marcia, what have you been doing? I've seen you forever. Yeah, might be okay. Let's just see. I'm gonna switch. I'll switch over to a brush real quick. See if I can just push in some dark. Just kind of want to push in some dark shadows rather than the texture. So I feel as though it's going to take away. I add all that texture in the background. So I kind of want this guy popping. Let's see. So, okay. You notice I'm looking back at the monitor. It's because I am looking at the picture through the camera here on my computer, because it kind of gives you a different perspective, and I can actually see a lot of things looking here rather than right when I'm like real close to it. So that's something that I teach in my Creators Club. If you just tuned in, you guys, today's the very first day of my impromptu opening because so many of you have been asking to join. So I just decided, why don't I just open it up for a few days and let people come in. So I hope y'all are watching, those of you that have, talked to me about coming in. And I like to work all around a canvas when I work on it. It gives it time to like set up and dry a little bit. I forget what these little things are called up here. They told me. Let me think about it. Does anybody know? Hello from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hi, Joan. Yay. Yes. Caught me live. I forget what they call these little thingies. Like I said, I am no farmer. I admire farmers. It's got to be one of the hardest jobs, probably, is farmers. So I like to keep a really light combs. Thank you. I like to keep a really light touch. And then what's this little jobby called? The hangy down thing. You guys like my technical terms? I paint better than I know my terms, let's just say. Seems like it had kind of a funny name to it, if I'm remembering. The girls that are in the club, they know their farm stuff. Some of them have farms and have animals, and they know their stuff. I do live in the country, but I don't have a farm. Nobody knows. I'm going to be a patriotic looking kind of guy, I'm thinking. Sure, I need to completely look at the difference, you guys. Oh, a waddle. Thank you, Stacy. It's a waddle. I knew it was something that sounded funny. So I want to just show you guys the difference that layers make. Okay, a lot of people in my class, when they're asking for a little bit of direction on what they need, a lot of times they stop here. Which that's just, you're only halfway done when you're here. So look at the difference between this layer, whoops, don't mind me smudging, that layer, and all of these layers that I just put in. And right here, it's really flat looking. So when I start putting more layers on his little head and detail his eyes and everything out, it's gonna start popping a little bit more. Yeah, so Joan, I was asking what this little thing was, the little beard thing that the roosters have, or chickens or whatever. I guess it's a rooster. I don't know. I didn't even know the difference. One's a male, one's a female, but like, I don't know. Yes, it's that bad. I am that bad about my farm stuff. You know, we can't be good at everything, guys. I'm just saying. We just can't know it all. We just can't. It's just not possible, right? It's just not possible. I have a waddle. Marsha, you are so funny, girl. I miss you. I was telling everybody that the first Friday gallery hop is this Friday. So we're not doing food or anything because, you know, I don't want swapping germs with people. Y'all can keep your germs to yourself. Hey Joel, how are you? So, but we might, you know, I don't know, we might have some wine or something like that, but we're not going to do food. So yeah, but it'll just be nice to see people. Hopefully, I don't know what to expect, but okay. All right. Well, I think that's good for the night. I'm going to kind of let that dry, and I'll come back and probably work on it a little bit tomorrow, here and there. And I'm going to go get food for my animals. My dog and my cats and the dog are all out of food. So I'm going to go, hi, Catherine, go pick up food for all of them. So meanwhile, tip for the day, don't stop. If your painting looks too flat, you don't have all your layers on yet, okay? So you guys remember Creators Club, today is the very first day of the opening. If you are one of the ones that have been asking me to get into the club, this is a club class that I taught. So this is the kind of thing that I would be teaching. Okay, so that is now open. I will drop the link so y'all can find it pretty easily. And I can't wait to see all of the new people that have already joined. Had several people first thing this morning were right in there. And so I'm so excited to meet them and get to know them. So if you have questions, reach out to me. I hope I answered all the questions for you. And remember, if you're brand new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, and you're going to want to hit that little bell so that you get notified when all the new videos are up. So you can learn lots of cool creative things. All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I will see you later. Bye.